Hi guys, good morning.
Good morning, baby!
Good morning. Asama ko ay si Kaka. So right now, it's Thursday and we're on our 16th day ng daily vlog natin. It's kind of gloomy Thursday, no? It's gloomy Thursday. Yan, so wala pa nagpapakita na sun as of now. So ngayon, we'll have a review dun sa trade natin yesterday sa mga nabato natin na signal. Actually, isa lang naman nabato kong signal yesterday. Pero kasi, it took a while bago siya nag-all TP smashed. Baby, kita ka dyan. Kita ka po dyan. Hello! So, it took a while talaga bago siya nag-play out because medyo mabagal yung market during London session. And we had a chance na, syempre, mag-manifest and mag-play out yung ating strategy nung nag-New York session na. So, this our setup last yesterday. So, nagbato tayo ng buy when it broke our support here. And then, naglagay tayo ng SL somewhere below this swing low. And we are expecting that it's gonna go up. So, in-adjust ko lang to kasi kanina. But, this is the trend line. Yan. So, ito yung downward channel niya. Though, meron siya dito. This also considered as resistance. But, we also have here, one touch point here. And we're expecting na baka iakyat niya pa yun. Kasi nilagpasan niya yung resistance natin dito. Ayan, nilagpasan niya eh. Ayan o. However, we have here a strong MA200. Ayan. Which actually was broken. Ayan o. So, there's also a possible breakout and reversal. So, tignan lang natin. Siyempre, kailangan natin ng mga extra confluences to really confirm na it's gonna go down. However, for this setup kahapon, ayan, it was an all-TP smashed. We were able to generate at almost 200 pips din dito for the setup. This is 1:2 na risk-reward ratio. And ito yung binato natin sa kanila. Ayan. So, binato natin to guys ng mga around 2:14 PM, which is London session. And nag-all-TP smash siya nung mga around 8:39 PM na, which is pa-open na yung New York session. So, ito yung mga nakasabay sa signal natin. We were able to get 284 votes, and out of 284 votes, meron 205 na nakasabay sa signal natin. So, congratulations. So, syempre, ayun, umulan na naman ng mga profits from our students. Ayan, dami nag-message, diba? Oh. Diyan. Hindi ko na maisa-isa yan, guys. Pero kasi sobrang dami. Ini-screenshot ko kasi yung mga messages nyo, guys. Kasi it makes me happy. Ano. Dami naka-profit. Congratulations. Dami yan, guys. Super dami. Ayan. So, for my personal trade naman, ayan, I was able to generate $339 yesterday. Ayan. So, for transparency purposes, ito yung trade zala natin. Ayan. The reason bakit siya $167 sa August 20, while dito sa ating MT5, it's 89 because meron tayong float kagabi. Which is, ayan. So, may float tayo dyan, kaya ganun ang nangyari. Kaya 167 yung nag-reflect dyan. So, ngayon, mag-gym na muna tayo. Napaka-gloomy talaga ng weather today. Gym mode. Nakakatapos lang natin mag-gym, mag-meditate, medyo mag-yoga ng onte. But, one thing that I wanted to share today is, ito yung laging sinasabi ko sa mga estudyante. Clarity is power. Sobrang importante na if you are in the trading space, sobrang importante na meron kang clarity. Kailangan crystal clear. Ano yung mga bagay na kailangan crystal clear? Number one, anong type of trader ka ba? Are you a scalper? Are you an intraday trader? Are you a swing trader or are you a position trader? Kasi if you yourself, you're not yet sure kung anong type of trader ka, you'll definitely get confused kasi sa time frame pala na tinitignan mo, malilito ka na. Kasi say for example, imaginein mo, you are trading as a scalper, nag-i-scalp ka, tapos ang titignan mo yung time frame, nandun ka sa daily time frame, tapos naghahanap ka ng entry sa 4-hour time frame. Eh, ang mangyayari talaga, mag-draw down ka ng malala, nag-i-scalp ka lang naman. So, say for example, swing trader ka. Pero kinakabahan ka agad kasi pag nakita mo nag-drawdown ka lang ng mga 20 pips, ganyan, i-close mo na. So parang, ala. Siyempre, kapag nag-swing trade ka, what you're looking is yung mga swings niya from swing high, swing low. Before mo i-close yun, you really have to be very sure kung ilan ba talaga yung target mo na pips. Kasi sometimes, swing trader ka, pero yung take profit mo, pang scalping. The reason bakit nagkakaroon ng confusion sa time frames is because hindi ka clear kung anong type of trader ka. Another, you have to be very clear din on what session ka magte-trade. Kasi here in trading, ang ultimate goal mo dito is syempre magkaroon ng time freedom. If lahat ng session sa tradean mo yun, anong say-say na gusto magkakaroon ka time freedom? Ay, nakatutok ka naman sa chart. You have to focus in one session. Like ako, talagang, naghahanap talaga ako ng setup during London session talaga. Minsan umaabotan talaga siya ng New York session, pero hindi na ako naghahanap ng setup ng New York session. Sobrang dalang na lang. Pero ako, trader talaga ng London session. And I'm 100% sure na London session ako kasi antukin ako at di na gumagana yung utak ko paggabi. So, kailangan sure ka rin anong oras ka at anong session ka mag-trade. Another that you have to be very sure is anong pair. Kasi kung tinitrade mo lahat ng pairs, ma-stress ka talaga niyan. Siyempre, you have to have a good relationship with the specific asset first. Especially if newbie ka. Though, siguro kung matagal ka na sa trading space, pwede kang mag-correlation, diba? Pwede mo i-trade yung mga iba't ibang currencies na correlated, na mga directly correlated. Say, for example, pwede kang mag-trade ng AUD and NZD kasi parehas naman yung chart niyan. Pwede kang mag-trade ng Euro USD tsaka ng pound kasi correlated yung mga yan. But, what I highly suggest is to have a good relationship first with one specific asset first. Para alam mo yung mood niya, alam mo yung toyo niya, kailan siya good mood. Kumbaga nababasa mo yung candlestick, yung bawat galaw at pintig ng kanyang chart. Ganon, kailangan mo kasi talagang aralin siya. It really takes an experience. It really takes time for you to have a good relationship with a specific asset. Kaya you have to focus sa isa lang. Parang jowa lang yan. Kapag marami kang jowa, malilito ka na kung sino si babe, sino si honey, sino si baby. So, focus ka lang sa isa. Another is, kailangan sure ka din sa maximum drawdown na willing ka. Say for example, ako, ang pinaka-maximum drawdown ko na dapat lang na bago ako mag-cut loss is 30%. Kasi kapag hindi ka sure na ang max drawdown mo is 30%, ang mangyari sa'yo, nag 100% drawdown ka, hindi mo pa kino-close yung trade. Siyempre, kapag invalidated yung setup, learn to accept the losses. And kailan ka ba mag-accept dapat ng losses? Kailangan sure ka, ilang percent yun. Kasi syempre tayo, hindi ko naman pwede sabihin na dapat tayo sa'yo 30%. Hindi ko pwede sabihin ganun. Kasi magkaiba tayo na risk appetite. Ako, aggressive trader ako. Ikaw, ano ka ba? Moderate risk taker ka ba? Conservative trader ka ba? Yeah, that's why you have to be very clear din kung ano ba yung risk appetite mo. Kailangan naiintindihan mo yung sarili mo. You have to understand yourself wherein, ano ba ako? Aggressive trader ba ako? Conservative ba ako? Para at least alam mo yung approach mo. And alam mo hanggang saan lang yung maximum drawdown na isiset mo for yourself. And kapag nag-set ka ng ruling for yourself, you have to stick with it. Kasi, ang mangyari, nag-set ka nga ng rule, but you didn't follow yung rule na sinet mo. So, useless lang. Siyempre, if you set a rule, it's meant to be followed. It's a program for yourself na uulit-ulitin mo siya hanggang maging habit na siya, hanggang maging disiplina mo na siya. And then hanggang sa maging sistema na siya na kahit na nandito sa sitwasyon na yun, na you tend to make a very crucial decision, hindi ka na mahirapan kasi you have set your ruling for yourself and you should follow it. That is why clarity is power in trading. You have to write down every rule that you will make for yourself kasi no one's gonna follow it but you. Hindi ako, hindi yung classmate mo, hindi kung sino man, but ikaw. So that's our lesson for today. Clarity is power.